So guys, hello, welcome to the second part of the video that is related with the topics. Guys, maybe some of you uh, don't have books, and that is the reason why that I record the parts because you can stop the video and you can write down the exercises, and also you can stop and try the pronunciation and also emphasize some parts. And that is the reason that I checked the video before sharing with you through WhatsApp. The initial idea is that I have to teach you a little bit about the articles and also the quantifiers, but I want you that you complete the activities that we have in the book because then we will move on to the part of the workbook, assignments, and all those stuff. So guys, in this part, maybe you can see that we will move on to the grammar part. On page 140, we have some things that in explanations about countable and uncountable noun. That is the same that I taught in the previous one, the previous video. The first thing is that we have there are two kind of noun in English, the countable nouns and the uncountable nouns. You already know this. The things that you can count, like apples, bananas, blah blah blah, and we have the uncountable nouns that you can't count at all. Cannot count it. And some nouns can be see or you, but the meaning is totally different. It's not the same when we say an ice cream, like we have this one. That means down, like this, and then we have these. It's something different, right? Maybe you remember that we have these kind of things, like you can check and review this part, the I, and then we have the any. For example, have we don't need a tomato or we don't need any tomatoes. Any rice? Do we need an orange? Keep in mind the pronunciation. Sorry for that. That is an orange, any oranges. Any sugar? We can use some in any in both cases. The use of an in or and that also in English some people say a in with singular count nouns, and we use like this, we use some with plural nouns and with uncountable nouns some, and not an exact number or quantity of something. We use any in the negative form and in the question with both countable and uncountable nouns, and we use some in questions to ask for and offer things. The some is a way that we can say that it's some is when ask, we want to ask in a friendly way. You got it, guys? In this part, that is, for example, we have this one. We have this turn, for example, can I have some apples, please? Maybe you can see on the desk a plate with apples or a basket and you say, can I have some apples, please? Or you offer someone is visiting your house and you say, would you like some coffee? Would you like some cookies? If you want to be polite, if you want to show that we have a good personality, a good attitude. So let's move on to this part. Say bye to this note. Bye. And then we will move on to the quantifiers part. All this explanation and the charge, you can find it in the book, in the part of the grammar bank. Grammar bank, page 140. So I give you some times because you can stop the video. And guys, in the case of the uncountable way, we use asking how much. You watch all the messages. So the first thing is the uncountable thing, and we have how much in the singular form for uncountable things. How much sugar do you eat? How much? How much milk? How much water? And the answers can be a lot, a little, not much, or none. In the case of full answers, we can say I eat a lot of sugar. I eat a little sugar. I don't eat much, and I don't eat any sugar. Remember, for that reason, I really like this thing. Remember, remember that not much and none, it's for negative sentences. Like this one, that we have this. I don't eat much sugar. I don't eat any sugar. Then we have in the countable part the plural form that we say how many students do you have? How many cookies do you eat? How many bananas do you buy per day? You can use in the short answers like a lot, a few, not many, none. For example, I eat a lot of cookies. I eat a few cookies. I don't eat many cookies. I don't eat any cookies. So if you can see, the ones to refer none, it's the same like any. I don't have any money, for example. Say bye to this part. Yes. I. Okay. This is the same pattern that we have here. We have here some place. I tell me that you can watch pretty well the video because this is the explanatory rules, how and when we use how much that with uncountable now that you have to keep in that in mind. And also when we ask for prices, remember that how much is also for prices, and how many with plural countable nouns. A lot of with countables and uncountable noun for a big quantity. We use a little or not much with uncountable nouns for a small quantity, and a few or not many with countable plural nouns for a small quantity, and any for zero quantity. Zero means that there's no sugar, there's no water, there's no fruit. Okay. Now let's see. A lot of and much, and many also. In the positive sentence, in good questions, in the positive meaning, we usually use a lot of, like something that is great. Ah, she has a lot of money, something great. In negative sentences and question, we usually use much and many. I don't drink much water. Do you drink much coffee? That is like a superlative way that we have to say that it's something that is too much. Even though I'm gonna write down here in this tape, too much has a negative sense to negative sense. For that reason, guys, keeping that in mind that something less is better. Then we have it is also possible that we use a lot of in the positive in the negative, positive and questions because I would say that in the part of the quantifiers, a lot of is de vieja confiable. For example, we have, do you drink a lot of coffee? And then we have the same question like here, do you drink much coffee? This is in the negative way, like, do you drink much coffee? But then we have, do you drink a lot of coffee? For example, like me, I'm a coffee lover. I really love coffee. And if you want to be more polite, do you drink a lot of coffee? I don't eat a lot of vegetables. So remember that a little and not much for, and I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write it a little and not much for uncountable. Uncountables. Got it? And then we have a few and not many for countables things. In both cases, we are talking about a small quantity. Any means zero. Okay, guys? Bye.